Colleen Campbell here with us, and that storm just devastating to people's homes and also to our wildlife, but it's been quiet. Fingers crossed it stays quiet, although the tropics are brewing again.
Yeah, I keep saying I would be okay if we did not have another system form.
Absolutely.
And it was a complete bust because we were forecasting a busier than normal season, if you remember that. And last night we went over the factors why we've been seeing things quieter than usual. So right now we are starting to see the tropics stir up once again. And a lot of folks in Sarasota and Manatee County have been dealing with daily downpours, and this is already saturated ground, causing more issues. Let's get to the tropics. We'll touch on it briefly again for anybody that missed it at the start of the show. We have potential tropical cyclone 6 that did form earlier today. A PTC, potential tropical cyclone, is ahead, the step ahead, seeing a tropical storm form. So we are expecting our next named system, which will be Francine, likely by tomorrow. Right now, that well-defined center just is not there. However, it is starting to come together, become a little bit more organized. Anybody that missed the track here, you're going to see some blinking, that yellow blinking by Corpus Christi. What that is the National Hurricane Center and NOAA has been updating tropical storm watches, so that has now been extended to the Corpus Christi area. Makes sense because, again, eventually we are going to see this form into a tropical storm likely by tomorrow, and then we are expecting it to intensify ahead of landfall towards hurricane status. Right now it just looks like it would be a Category 1 hurricane, but as we know, tropical storms and hurricanes can equally cause some pretty hefty damage. As far as the cone, the center of the cone is currently in that far western slice of the Gulf of Mexico. This track can wobble a little bit. Again, we are still waiting for a little bit better of a circulation till we really start to refine details here. As we move into the rest of the week, this system will become a remnant low and move through the states there. We are looking for landfall closer to midweek this week. Not going to affect Florida at all, but our friends in Texas and Louisiana, we're keeping a lookout for you. Tropical updates as far as the Atlantic Basin, the Southern Atlantic Basin, South Central, I should say. We have a 70% chance of development for this system right here. I'm going to touch on that. And we have a system that's just on the tail end of that other one with a 50% chance in the next week. So getting to AL 92L, this is the system that I just pointed out that has a higher probability of development. You can see here that it looks like it wants to be a fish storm. It is going to try to approach the Lesser Antilles, but again, early models here. These are the spaghetti plots, and they are in a general agreement of it heading out to the west and eventually the northwest. But right now our eyes are on Francine for our neighbors, our friends over in Texas and Louisiana. Again, no impact to Florida at this time. Today's almanac, high temperatures in the lower 90s, just a degree ahead of how we normally should feel for this time of the year. So we'll call that seasonable. The low temperature was a little bit high at 78 this morning in Tampa. Right now we have this stalled out front. It really has been stalled out across our area the last few days. Some drier air has been sneaking in. That's why the lower rain chances have been with us for this weekend. Right now we have a little outflow boundary that's just on the coast there. So that is producing some rain offshore. Overnight, most of that will try to collapse. We still have some winds blowing in from the east, but you can see it's just starting to sneak into far western portions of Citrus County, Pasco County, Hillsborough and Pinellas County, Hernando County. Some of you will see a shower, maybe even hear a grumble of thunder. I know driving back into work after my dinner break, I saw lightning way out in the distance. Futurecast here tomorrow morning. Again, we may have some showers sneak from that system that is slightly offshore at this time, but really things don't start to get going until later on the evening tomorrow around 6, 7 o'clock. And yes, some of those downpours will be possible once again. I do want to leave you with your 7-day forecast here. Not much change. We are expecting those daily downpours for the next few days, next 3 days at least. But again, schedule those for the late afternoon and evening hours like clockwork. We can look forward to those and just be aware those saturated areas have that flood risk.